Hi, want to learn how to make this nail design? Well, today I'll be showing you just that as well as the products I used to create it. What should I call her? Enchanted Vines? I don't know. Firstly, I'm going to start with prepping my nail tip. I follow all the sides and I go in with a buffing block after this, and that's about that. If I don't use the buffer thingy on these tips, the polish will slide right off. And when I'm finished with that step, I take a base coat. I use the Gaoi brand. Also, I use the Gaoi nude polish, as you see here. Putting that base coat over that just buffed nail tip gives you a smooth surface to work with and fills in those scratches. The nude coat, I'm going to do 3 coats. I don't need it completely opaque. You want it just there so that it doesn't look completely see-through. It's still going to be see-through though, but not terribly sheer. Then I'm going to use this ceramic cat eye. I got it on AliExpress a year ago and just found a project for it. This one. Yeah. So I made it my mission this year to use the stuff that I've been hoarding all this time instead of just buying new stuff and seeing what I can create out of it. And I like what I've done so far. With this, I'm just gonna get all the magnet pieces to the center pretty much. You want it to be very mirror-like, because when you go with this step with the matte top coat, it's gonna look like a frosted glass. Yeah, frosted glass. You'll see me holding the tip down for a minute. This is to avoid that dreaded bubble you get at the cuticle area when there's too much product buildup there. I hate it. Hate everything about it. You can also hold it upside down, but I don't got time for that. And there you have it. Looks like frosted glass. I used the glass rhinestones, flower and leaf studs. I also got the flower and leaf studs on AliExpress. The rhinestones I got on Amazon. Here I'm just putting a blob of that builder gel in the center, and I'm going to stick those rhinestones in the middle in a cluster. You do it however you want. I went with the cluster for this nail because it just, honestly, to me, it looks the coolest. I love the cluster design. And once it's done, it looks like they're literally like growing inside the vine. It's very pretty, very magical, very whimsy. Here you're going to see me make the first vine, and I trail off at the tip. Gotta get in there, focus, get you some more lights. Yes, you see, I trail off there. This gives you a great point to have those leaves dangling from a space. You don't have to do it with all of them. I don't. You just do it with a few. But it gives your leaves a place to dangle. You'll see me do one here shortly. Also, with these vines, there's no rhyme or reason. You just do whatever you feel called to do with them. You can cover the entire nail if you absolutely want to. If you go back to the beginning of the video, you'll see that I did that in the middle nail. And I just keep going for as much as I feel like I need to go. Here I'm going to go in between the rhinestones as carefully as possible. You don't want to cover them up. You just want to give it some thickness in between there for the foil to stand stand out with. You want it to look like it's in the crystals are embedded inside of the vine. That's what gives it the magical vibes. So you go around and you go through. Just don't completely cover them. And then you're going to take some transfer foil gel, whatever you got. You're going to just use a very little bit. You don't need a lot because you're just going over the vines with it. After you clean off that inhibition layer, you're just going to coat the vines. Also, you're going to get in between those rhinestones where you put the builder gel in between them. Now for the foil. I got this on Amazon again years ago, and I'm just slapping it on there. It's just a little sample pack. I don't even remember. It wasn't a lot. It wasn't a lot. But it's gone a long way. I have used this. I've used this for a long time, and it's lasted me so long. But what you're gonna do is you're just gonna slap it on there, and the more you rub, the smoother it looks. You know, it just this it I don't know. It looks better the more you rub. Then I took this old acrylic brush and I brushed off the excess as much as I could until it looked neat as possible, as I could get it anyway. I've noticed if you just top it at that point, it's not as shiny. I know it kind of dulls it, but if you brush it some more, maybe it's just the rubbing, extra rubbing of it, but it just looks so shiny. So pretty. Love it. Now it's time to put on our little studs. Like I was saying earlier, those little trailing off pieces of the vine are perfect for the leaves. Yeah, just like that. You see? Magnificent. Yes. going to come in with your top coat, and you're going to top coat all over the gold foil as well as the studs. I didn't show it here, but I did go over the top of my studs just so they don't tarnish, you know. You go all over that gold. What you don't do is you don't go over the matte part, okay? We're going to go over that later. You see? No, you don't go over that part. It just looks neater in the overall look. I'm going to use matte top coat for that part. Now, you could stop at that step, but I'm not going to do that, as you can see. I'm going to use these little pretty jelly rhinestones, and I'm going to make it that much more magical. Here, I'm wiping off all the excess gold dust that came from the foil. Yeah, we'll wipe that off clean. Look how neat that looks. Amazing. Amazing. Yes. Anyway, now I'm going to put a little dollop here of that builder gel. A little dollop there. And a little dollop there. And then I'm going to put that little jelly crystal there. Look at that. Tell me it doesn't look like a fairy orb. You're lying. You're lying if you say it doesn't. Lies. Look at that. Amazing. Then, like I said, you're going to take that matte top coat and you're going to go around the matte areas. If it's touching the matte, it needs to be matted. Okay? That probably didn't sound great, but it is what it is. Okay? Look at her. Look at her. Oh my God. Here she is in all her glory. Thanks for watching. If you want more tutorials from me, hit the like and subscribe button.